truth and light, where the spirits dance all night. The creator gang shines bright, guiding us with all their might. Trumpets sound across the sky as we raise our voices high, praising the one most high under the auspice watchful eye. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase, with trumpets playing in tune under the silvery moon. We dance until the morning sun, this connection never undone. Harmony in every beat, our faith is concrete. Through the pages of the OSP, ancient wisdom on display, teaching us the righteous way, leading us to a brighter day. With each trumpet blast, we're reminded of the past and the love that will ever last in this divine contrast. United in spirit, we uplift and hear it. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase, with trumpets playing in tune under the silvery moon. We dance until the morning sun, this connection never undone. We sing songs of love and grace in this sacred space. For the creator gang we embrace, their wisdom we chase, with trumpets playing in tune under the silvery moon. We dance until the morning sun, this connection never undone. Never undone. Never undone.
Hey man, back like I left something. It's your hostess with the mostest, holding that fire like a roach clip. Hey, Cosmonian, stepping back in from the Ethereum heavens. Hey man, happy New Year's out there to all y'all, man. Peace, love, light, balance out there to create a gang, man, and all the good folks out there in the world. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to my aboriginals out there, man. Salute to all y'all too. Um, uh, I wanted to wish y'all a happy New Year, but also wanted to come in to reveal that, for those who may not know, for those of us who know, and are in trying to get back in accordance and in alignment with the creator and with nature, understand that part of that, part of all that comes with getting back into the times and the seasons. So I wanted to show y'all that even though using the solar calendar, this is a start to a cycle. Yes, it is the beginning of the solar cycle, but it is not, in fact, the beginning of the year. It is not a new year yet. While the Gregorian calendar has indoctrinated most of the Gregorian calendar and time system has indoctrinated us into believing that the sun runs how time works. The more ancient ancestors who had a more natural and objectively based system for telling time, they say something different than what the Romans, the Persians, the Medes. And well, we even find out that going back with this type of understanding, using the lunar count, that even the ancient Egyptians agreed with what was going on, at least with the faith is, and then we find out that that same thing is going on in America, right? So the Tory turtle count, or the what do they call it? A Micmac, uh, is a way of telling times, on Earth, throughout the solar system, and galactically. Right? It not only gives you a place to see where you are with the alignment with your own Earth system, but also along with the solar system. The what's the old saying? The micro is the macro. The macro is the micro. That's a truthism, right? You could look at things on a small level and expand them to the larger levels, and look at things on the larger levels and shrink them to cycles and dimensions of the lower level. Right? It's just compared and contrasted. It's the micro and the macro. So, in a sense, they are two ways of looking at the same thing. All right? It's two ways of looking at the same thing. I gotta get this Eve Mux down. It's I kind of get it. I came up on StreamYard, but I'm not paying $45 a month, $46 a month for StreamYard. That's whack. You dig what I'm talking about? I thought the 25 was excessive, but then it doubled it. So, I had to find me another way to get this together. Shout out to my boy Brian. Yo, you dig what I'm saying? Um, this ain't even cool. You dig what I'm saying? So I had to learn how. I'm learning this new system, and I see I'm gonna have to, because we got like one for the game, but I think I just gotta go and get my own. Who up in here? Nazarene the Scene. What's up? Kizzy up in this thing. You dig what I'm talking about? Bishop X. Peace, peace, peace. And Uia, what's up, boy? You dig what I'm talking about? What up, though? Hey, we just turning up a little bit, man. Just waiting for the people to come in, man. Y'all share the live out. You dig what I'm saying? We gonna cook a little bit. You know what I mean? Get this vibe together, man. And then we gonna break down this faith this year. We gonna tell y'all when the real years start. Huh? Well, how does this even solar cycle play into what's going on around you that you seeing right now? Have y'all been noticing? I told y'all. Remember I did that show last year? No. Yeah, last year now. I did that show on April 8th. I did it before April 8th. I think it was the 6th or the 7th. Go back. I did a show on April 8th about the lunar eclipse. I told y'all everything that was gonna happen this year. And then I told you I was more powerful than your God, and I knew more than your God, and that wasn't nothing gonna happen on the 8th, and that we will be just fine on the 9th and the 10th and 11th, and so on. So that I had more knowledge, objectively provable, than your God. Because remember, they was all the fear. Oh my God, it's the end of the world, Cosman. You dig what I'm talking about? These niggas was they was going into hysterics. Oh, it's a solar alignment. You're going to die. Where was you niggas at 7 years before that? Where was you at 11 years before that? Come on, man. Y'all just don't know what's going on. Somebody put you up to it, and now they spooked out, so they done spooked you out. Let's just look at this stuff logically. You dig what I'm talking about? When you get back and you don't have to. Okay, y'all see that tree? All right. We standing in front of that tree. We don't have to argue. Yo, that's a tree. No, brother, that's a large shrub. It's a. You see what I'm saying? Certain things, when they are objective, they can't be argued. You dig what I'm saying? So, we like to lay the information out there and just let you make your own choice. You dig what I'm talking about? You start to learn that the higher light is not with a whole bunch of group of people. It's not. The lesser light is the majority. The higher light is the minority. So, and if y'all don't know, you dig what I'm talking about. Like I said, during the solar count, yes, 365 days, but then you got to explain, how are there 52 weeks in a 12-month year? It's only 4 weeks in a month. 12 times 4 is 48. Where you get these 4 extra weeks from? It's really God's spell. It's really spell binding and casting and twisting you into a system that wasn't your own. They gave you your system back, re-rocked, repackaged. And now they call it Gregorian or Justinian or Hellenistic. You dig what I'm saying? Not knowing it all come from one source. I'm just saying, the same time that's on Mars got to be the same time on Earth. Same time on Neptune got to be the same time on Earth. Same time on the sun got to be the same time on Earth. It's the micro and the macro. And then we got to understand point of perspective. Right? We gotta remember, we gotta give other people the chance to look at it their way, come to it and understand it in their own way, but lay out the facts and then let them do what they got to do all on their own. You dig what I'm talking about? The rest of that ain't on you. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get the grooving a little bit though. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get the grooving. Shout out to the Creator Gang, man. Peace to all the righteous gods and Nirvanian goddesses. You dig what I'm talking about? Love, light, balance out there. All praises to the Most High Creator. You dig what I'm talking about? The all that was, is, and ever shall be. The incomprehensible. The ever present in all places at all times. So for instance, when they say in the Bible that God came down upon the mountain, no. See, the difference is God is a being who inhabits a local piece of land or space. The Creator is everywhere, at all places, at all times. So it would have been an impossibility for the Creator to come down on a mountain that he already is on, in, around, and only exists because he's there. This is the difference. This is why we about to wear Christians out. But let's get this vibe cooking. Let's go. Shout out to the yo.
Yeah, I feel good right now.
gang coming. I be in and out, so leave that thing running. Purified is preferred. Higher frequency, a higher bird. I observe on a different nerve. Breaking codes, I am the yoga. Deadly as a Ruger, straight and a shooter. Out the holster with this mudra, inoculation with the wisdom. Creator shape my prism and hit them with no schisms. Perfect. Read them, turn the light up. Y'all disappointing like 9 to 5 and some write-ups. Something rearranged, let that boy cook. Organization 33, stay up in them books. Lead them boys shook. 46 divided, yeah, I'm Fort Michael. It was only rifle that I came up in this cycle. They say they gangsters, but they telling it. Step outside, take off my shoes and let the sun hit my melon. Had to relearn that the herb beat the medicine. It's the same matrix, so who you think you better than? Perfect.
Creator Gang is undefeated. Creator Gang is undefeated. Know that. Know that. They not like us. Separate the real from the fake is a must. We stand on Creator and no God we trust. Team Kemet got crushed into powder and dust. Woo! Kemet looking bad now. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many men down? Look at us all running, ducking, trying to skip town. Now power one it in. You Hebrew, what you Kemet now? Siding with the people that enslaved your own people now? Chop you up into pieces and throw you in the river now. Reggie right beside you, get ate by comedic crocodile. Look, we got them running, covering square miles. Scared to death, what's left only to take the crown. Get smashed down on your own stomping ground. We took over like the Hicks on your turf doing the disco. 2-stepping, no half-stepping with the info. You wouldn't even know the book of the dead, bro, if it wasn't for the translation done by my sparrow. Your time's narrow, semi-missiles blow out your arch arrows. Arches down, so goes the pharaoh. I saw him reading the glyphs like he an expert, but where he learned that from? This about to hurt. First translation came from Samuel Birch. European Egyptology gave you it first. You couldn't translate a bird to a word without looking up them European definition verbs. Y'all niggas acting like y'all blackity black, frontin' to the people, man, y'all niggas actually whack. Your pathetic comedic creation myth is a trap. The blind leading the blind with no actual facts. Shabario Saze, you softer than Sade. Come to find out he followed Yahweh. That was your execution, you par Rosicrucian. Western thought you using, you are quite confusing. Don't know what you doing, how my eye got you moving. Right now you are losing, at your wake I'm viewing. R.I.P. communion, mummy wrapped in ruin. OSP is ruling, science has been proven. All motion moving, you live in an illusion. Who you think you fooling, think you need some schooling. It's like Reggie out here living in a ghost town, walking around like I see dead people around. I don't believe in spirits, but I believe them now. Stuttering Stanley, you can have a seat now.
Stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley, stuttering Stanley. Shut up, you freak!
Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. Freaky ass Kemet, they got 69 gods. 69 gods, 69 gods. Creator Gang is undefeated. Creator Gang is undefeated. And it's gonna remain that way. And it's gonna remain that way.
Make sure y'all thumb the videos.
Rule number 3.
You dig what I'm talking about? Support the channel. You dig what I'm talking about? Without further ado, let's get into some of this. Let me see what we got going on right here. As a matter of fact, let me just hold on. Let's get into some of the lesson that I wanted to show y'all. Just this is real quick. You dig what I'm saying? But it'll give you a understanding of what's going on. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm about to show a white dude in Wisconsin. He's going to just give you a brief, like, the overview, and then I'm gonna go to the Cree, and he's going to give you a deeper understanding. Now, the Native American guy who is going to be talking, he has a French. He's speaking to some French people, so the interpreter, repeats what he says in French, but he has a better breakdown than the white guy do. But the white guy's correct too. He's just he doesn't have the whole story. The Native American got a little more of the story. Now you coming to the big bad Aboriginal cloud kicker himself, Big Chief. You dig what I'm talking about? We're gonna break this thing down and show you how to break down the year objectively so you can look in the sky. You ain't gotta know what time it is. You ain't gotta never look at a calendar. You can say, oh, the sun is over here. Guess what? It's the solar equinox. The summer equinox. Oh, the sun is over here. It's the autumn equinox. Oh, the sun is up here. You dig what I'm talking about? It's the summer solstice. Oh, the sun is over here. It's the winter solstice. Just by looking at where the sun is in the sky. And right? And this gets right back into the turtle count, the moon count, right? So I wanted to just give y'all a quick, little quick overview of that real quick, so we can just start cooking a little bit. You dig what I'm saying? We can just start cooking a little bit, y'all. Hold on, let me see, make sure y'all can see that. All right, getting used to this. Getting used to this. Let's turn it up a little bit. See what these folks talking about. Let's roll.
It doesn't matter, whether it was the Iroquois in New York or the Sioux in North Dakota, the Ojibwe here in Wisconsin. They all used the turtle. It was a real significant part of their life. This one here I'm going to show you. This is a red ear slider, and it doesn't matter if it was a snapping turtle or a painted turtle, a map turtle. They're all the same. This was used as a calendar by the Indians, and I'll show you how. There's 13 moons in a calendar year, and every turtle has 13 sections in its back. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. One for each of the moons, and it starts over here and goes counterclockwise around and then down. There's 28 days between each moon, and every turtle has 28 smaller sections around the base of it. And if you times that, it comes to 364 days. That's obviously one day short of our calendar year.
I will be equally enchanted by Dr. Leonard Schlain. I've had a chance to discover that Dr. Schlain is part of an extraordinary family, accomplished and visionary, many of whom are here with us tonight, and that they embrace the arts and sciences completely. And
Okay, let's make sure everybody can hear me first. You dig what I'm saying? This is a whole different thing. But as you see, the brother was breaking down the 13 moons and on the center section of a turtle's back. Now, for the simple niggas, they're gonna say, well, every turtle doesn't have 13 sections of 28. Well, guess what? We're not talking about those turtles. We're talking about the turtles called terrapins or side necks. It's not every turtle, because leatherbacks don't have it. Huh? We talk about turtles in North America, but specific ones. If the turtle can lay its neck to the side, can extend it, snap, you dig what I'm talking about? Those are called side neck turtles. Guess what? They got 13 sections in the middle, 28 smaller sections outside on the outside. Now, what the Indians end up figuring out, and they didn't figure this out, they were told this. Right now, many of y'all don't understand or believe in spiritual interactions with spirits, but yet you say your God is a spirit. You dig what I'm saying? The Indians of America were taught by the angelic host of the Most High. Huh? They are sons of the Creator, just like God is son of the Creator. God is just their leader. You dig what I'm talking about here on earth. Now, He sent uh uh angels down to teach man this understanding and then give it away to prove it to him naturally. And the turtle is how he used it. Man couldn't have looked at a turtle and said, well, you know what? That lines up exactly. First of all, he would have had to know what a moon was, how to count it. You dig what I'm talking about? And then see, he would already had to know this information, right? So to be able to sit and count 28 days and know that the position of the moon is changing and different things happen to it by this count means you were already expecting and looking for it. That's how you compare and contrast. Hmm? That's comparing and contrasting. But you would have had to know the information to look for it. Who taught you that? Let's go a little further. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Where my dog at? Here we go. Check my. He get into a
So,
little
you've
deeper.
just finished writing your book and are ready to share it with the world. But
Get
wait,
into it a
what?
little deeper.
There's so much to learn from these 13 squares.
Il y a tellement à apprendre au sujet de ces 13 carrés,
These 13 moons that you see here,
ces 13 lunes que vous voyez ici,
and these 28 days, these tiny little squares that are all around the outer ring of the turtle.
et ces 28 jours, ces 28 carrés qui sont tout autour de la tortue.
So let's say for you, you got a calendar, it's got 12 pages on it. It's got 12 months.
Donc pour vous, votre calendrier, il y a 12 pages, il y a 12 mois.
We have one thing. It's got one page, and it has the 13 moons on that one page.
Nous avons une chose, c'est comme une page et on a tout sur ça.
And it has the 28 days of the moon.
On a les 28 jours de la lune et les 13 lunes.
That's a good analogy right there. Malachi Maccabee, the honor and humility, man. Y'all go over there, sub, like, share to my baby brother, my baby bro show over there, man. Honor and humility, STL. What they don't know is that playing cards are a representation of the solstices and equinoxes of the year. 52 cards in the 413. These are the months. Huh? And in different parts of the world, they mixed and mashed it up. And now you got out of these same card games, you got games like chess. You dig what I'm talking about? Checkers. You dig what I'm saying? What's the other one? Mahjong. You get these type of understandings from breaking down actual natural happenances in nature. You dig what I'm talking about? Or in the creation itself. By observing it, they were able to give it these certain types of days, weeks, times, periods, and then add an amount to it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or king, queen, jack, ace, king, queen, jack. You think what I'm saying? Leading up to processional or equinox or solstice times, which would be your ace, or at your equator or your solstice. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of things revolve around the 13 because why? Because they are in line with the moon, right? They are in line with the moon, and so is time, especially on Earth. You dig what I'm talking about? We can't get around this. Zechariah, what's going on, boy? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to the family, man. Hope everything is going well. Let's look, man. 2025, we about to blast off. This is where we take off. We done set up the foundation. You dig what I'm talking about? We done got people to a medium. You dig what I'm talking about? Now it's time to rise. You know how we do it. Y'all already know how we do this. This is not a big you, little me thing. Big you, little me, big me, little you. No, 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 no. We rise as one, a organic body of faith. You dig what I'm talking about? Those who follow the Great Spirit. And then guess what? You don't even got to read, oh, wise Peter, be your faith. You ain't got to read a word in it. Do you know that there's a creator? Do you know that this creation is real? Well, then you already ahead of the game. There's people out here that think they in a matrix. They think don't none of this shit real. I always test them. Well, if ain't none of this real, and you dig what I'm talking about, it's well, grab that butcher knife out your kitchen, and I want you to sit right there, and I want you to stab yourself in your knee, right in your thigh, the hardest you can. If none of this is real, if we're in the matrix, brother, huh? None of that shit hurt. Shouldn't even hurt. You dig what I'm talking about? It's mind over matter, cosmon. Yeah, let's see how that work out for you. But if it do hurt, guess what? This thing is all too real. It's all too real. So at that point, you got to know, you got to stop playing. You know, oh, this ain't real. Shut up. You can't believe what you okay. If you can't believe what your eyes can see, well, then you can't believe nothing. Right? So let's stop trying to believe it and know it. Right? Because we still looking at the sun. Either way, that's objective. Whether you call it a solar body or a spatial luminary cosmon, it don't matter. That's the sun, and it don't matter what language you call it in. That's still the ball in the sky that give off light. You dig what I'm saying? Either way, it can be called a Jesus over here in America, in American Algonquin tongue, Jesus. But we only talking about the sun in the sky. It could be called a dumb wing in Asia. But we still talking about that objective ball that's in the sky. And all they're saying is sun in their language. This is how God becomes Dios, Dios, Dias. You dig what I'm talking about? You see how it happens? Y'all thought Dios, Dio, Dias was different than God. It's just different people saying the same word, but in different areas and in different tongues. Two things can be true at the same time. Let's get into some of this some more, though. Let's cook. I'm going to drop it back a little bit.
We have one thing. It's got one page, and it has the 13 moons on that one page.
Nous avons une chose, c'est comme une page, et on a tout sur ça.
And it has the 28 days of the moon.
On a les 28 jours de la lune et les 13 lunes.
So it's a calendar in that sense, but it is also a map of the universe.
Donc, c'est un calendrier en ce sens, mais c'est également une carte de l'univers.
Wait, I wasn't being for real, y'all. I don't want nobody to mistake that I was telling you to go stab yourself. But I'm saying, if you believe this is somehow not real, if you believe you in the Matrix for real, if you think you Neo, and you think you the one, I need you to go grab that butcher knife and stick yourself, Tony. If none of this is real, it shouldn't hurt. Shouldn't need stitches. The blood's not real. Ignore the pain. Pay no attention to the man behind the green curtain. Oz as you in the wonderful world of Oz. If you think that's real, now I'm gonna need you to do that. But Cosmon is not telling y'all that. Y'all should understand how silly that is. If you stick yourself, it's gonna hurt. The proof that this is real is that it hurts. Yes, there is a spoon. Yes, it is. And guess what? I can hold that spoon right in front of your face and hit you in your face with that spoon and say, there is no spoon. And you would say, there is no spoon. And then I slap you with the spoon again. Pow! There is no spoon. Are you indoctrinated enough to believe that I'm not slapping you in your face objectively? That shit real. I ain't talking to you, Milestone, but I'm talking about anybody who even entertaining that crazy mess. Yeah, keep letting me slap you in your face with the spoon and convince you that the spoon is not real. But the brother is the Cosmon Cal TV and Creative Game. What is he doing? From London to the all right, I got it. Look, hold on. All right. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, don't get slapped in the face with the spoon, man. Don't let them convince you that this spoon that you looking at objectively, that's slapping you in your face, is not real. You dig what I'm saying? Let's cook some more, dog. Let's show what the OG talking about. I'm gonna run it back a little bit because he on point. This brother is on point. This brother is from look, if you notice what he got behind him, this is a representation of the wampum of the Haudenosaunee and the 6 nations, not just the 5, the 6 nations of the Haudenosaunee. He's Iroquois or Iraqi. He's about to break it down now. And this explains why he's telling the story in the way that he's telling it, right? Because the way I'm going to tell this story about this turtleback ain't the way he's telling it. And that's why, because he got a second hand from an even older people who are called Algonquin. No disrespect. This is the bro. He been here a while. You dig what I'm talking about? The Iroquois been here a while. All right. And but they even admit in their stories telling that they migrated here. And when they migrated here, it was people already here. You dig what I'm saying? So, these the bros, and they done kept the story alive. You dig what I'm talking about? They done kept the story alive. I'm not talking about the indoctrinated people trying to tell you who you are and all that stuff and trying to force some type of identity on you that you aren't. That you somehow from Africa or you had to be a slave because you had brown skin. No, I had to be an American. I had to be an Indian because I had this copper colored tone. This copper colored skin has nothing to do with Europe or Africa or any other place but North America. That's it. So, all of this history is coming back out in these times, right? Creator says, all shall be revealed. Things that were in the darkness, gonna be made light. Things that were in the light gonna be made everlasting.
Il y a tellement à apprendre au sujet de ces 13 carrés.
These 13 moons that you see here.
Ces 13 lunes que vous voyez ici.
And these 28 days, these tiny little squares that are all around the outer ring of the turtle.
Et ces 28 jours, ces 28 carrés qui sont tout autour de la tortue.
So let's say for you, you got a calendar, it's got 12 pages on it. It's got 12 months.
Donc pour vous, votre calendrier, il y a 12 pages, il y a 12 mois.
We have one thing. It's got one page, and it has the 13 moons on that one page.
Nous avons une chose, c'est comme une page, et on a tout sur ça.
And it has the 28 days of the moon.
On a les 28 jours de la lune et les 13 lunes.
So it's a calendar in that sense, but it is also a map of the universe.
Donc, c'est un calendrier en ce sens, mais c'est également une carte de l'univers.
It tells you the directions of up and down, left and right.
Ça nous dit les directions de en haut, en bas, la gauche et la droite.
I left out forward and backwards.
Et en avant et en arrière.
So it centers you in knowing what moon we're in, what ceremony we are in.
Mais ça vous centre parce que ça vous dit quelle lune vous êtes et quel jour de la lune vous êtes également.
So as long as you know how to read the turtle rattle, the turtle's back, you will know what ceremony you have to carry out. You will know exactly what you have to do.
Et en pouvant lire cette carapace de tortue, vous allez exactement savoir quelle cérémonie vous devez faire.
And it also shows you some, there are also some hidden things on here that you cannot see.
Ça vous montre également des choses qui sont cachées, que vous ne voyez pas.
That it, things that only a person who uses the turtle rattle, who knows of the ceremonial process of the 13 moons and all of that, blah, 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 only that person can see these hidden things that are in here that you cannot see.
Fact.
You cannot see it. It's not there for your naked eye.
Facts.
The most affordable 12-month GLP-1 program.
That's why I wanted to bring that out. You dig what I'm saying? What the brother is saying is right on point. He right on point. And I want to share this with y'all. Right? How it has been with faith is for over, they say since the first era of civilization. You dig what I'm talking about? Let's just go with the first ever era of civilization. The 9th arc cycle after the creation of man. Right? Hold on one second, y'all. All right. Now I want to explain to you. Well, at least let me show something real quick. Hold on. Let me share this real quick. Now, this is the timetable of prophecy. So, as an Aboriginal American, a descent from the Ahuan and Iron mound builder stocks of America, the great megalithic builder stock, and the mound builder stock produces what you would call today, or what is misnomer today as the American Negro. He is the Indian, right? So, regardless of skin color, he's all one thing. Primarily, he is copper color, right? and then shades of copper. Why? Because we can admix with each other, and some of us is light skinned, so we produce light baby. We gotta get past the colorism, the bias, the hate, the prejudice. It block you from this stuff. See, when you can really use the time or tap back in with nature, you can be able to use the time to give you something that would be productive towards your actual life. And if you could actually tell time, that would help you. Nobody can, because then they can't dupe you with these dates and these. You know that the Gregorian calendar is off. They tell you they added 11, 12 days to it. What else you add to it? The other 5 days at the end of the year and all this stuff added on to. You dig what I'm talking about? So, and then this is still going off the solar count, huh? What about the one that was already here? And then look, once you actually know how to use the moon and the sun to put out a proper timeline, it looks like this. You lay the narrative on top of the timeline, and it does this. This is not guesswork. I ain't make none of this up. This is all just math and reading and lining it up. And this is what it do. Everybody can do this. This is why I'm here to tell y'all this. This is the next evolvement. Right? Since y'all want to evolve, y'all was prokaryote, eukaryote. You think you was a fish? You thought you was a lemur, a goddamn monkey. Listen, they just had a debate: was man or monkey? You see the difference to where we're at? I'm about to tell y'all that since the ninth arc cycle, or on average, the ninth 3,000, since upright thinking man like me and you, called the Ions, the mound builders. This is why there are mounds on every continent on the earth. Cause the first niggas who could think, right? Called by your Bible, able, because they had spiritual ability. Get it? Able, ability. It wasn't until 27,000 years later that they really get the first era of civilization. Huh? So it's not until roughly 47,000, 44,000 in this iteration of man as we are today. And it's been multiple admixtures since then. But let's just say 48,000 years ago. At the very first time of civilization is where we got the moon count. I don't think that's where it was. I think it's older than that. But let's just set that as a date. So it's at least 50,000 years old. That's what I'm trying to get to. This understanding of just the turtle and all that's 50,000 years old. Huh? Don't they always tell you ain't nothing new up under the sun? Huh? This would have been your very first GPS. Do y'all really know what you looking at? Let's get into this. Hold on. Right? This is the faith this year and the solstice. This is how you tell where you at in the year. Right? Remember, you was talking about them festivals and all that stuff. Well, those are called Sabbaths. Right? And there is one major Sabbath, usually on the new moon night, not day, new moon night, where a festival happens. Like even with our greatest festivals, let's just say the oldest festival in America from the Mount Shasta Indians, the adoration to Watama. That's the oldest. It happens at night, right? Let's say what the oldest for the Algonquin and the Iroquois and Siouan tribes, the Green Corn Festival. You dig what I'm talking about? While they have a dancing the next day, right? It is at night that the Great Green Corn Festival happens. Everybody know everything that grows gestates in the dark. Let's get into some of this. Oh, we'll break it down for you and show you that really today ain't the New Year's. Huh? Well, we're the New Year's, Cosmonian. Yeah, we gonna get into that. The 2 days that encompass the Northern Hemisphere summer solstice mark the most holy Sabbath. Let me read that again. The 2 days that encompass the Northern Hemisphere summer solstice mark the most holy Sabbath, or the Old Year's Day and the New Year's Day. So the New Year's Day and the Old Year's Day is the same day, right? They will reset the Faithist calendar or the natural calendar following the last sunset before the solstice at day 1 of year 171 Anno Cosmon, or of the Cosmon era. You get 10 Faithist points if y'all tell me what, because this will tell y'all what year this was written in. What year is 171, the 171st year of the Cosmon era? Come on, y'all. What year is this? Y'all thought y'all gonna just sit in my chat and talk about nothing? No, I'm gonna make you think. Since you think you know everything, teach us how to tell time. What year is the 171st year of the Cosmon era? Put it on the Gregorian calendar and make it make sense. What year is that? The Cosmon era starts in 1848. Huh? Come on. It's simple mathematics. This is what your ancestors knew. Why you don't know it? These are questions we got to work on ourselves, y'all. Right? If they was teaching this, who did they inspire to come back and tell you? What year is it? What year is what I'm reading right now on the screen written? It tells you right here. The 171st year of the Cosmon era. What year is that? If you can't tell that time, you ain't hip as you think you is. You ain't hip as you think you is. And what year is it today? Come on now. Think about it. If 1848 starts the Cosmon era, what is 117 years, 71 years later? You add 1848 plus 171. What year is it? Come on now. I'm going to make you think. It's 2019. This was written in 2019. That was the 171st year of the Cosmon era. And just for y'all who don't know, it's the 176th year. Right now. It ain't even the 77. 176th year. We don't go into the 177th year to the beginning of the year in March. The beginning of the year is in March. Mm-mm. 1960 would be 112 years past the Cosmine era, wouldn't it? You add 1848 and add 112 years, it's 1960, correct? That's how you tell time, y'all. So if you add 171 years to 1848, what year is that? It's 2019. Right here. Day one of the year, 171. Mm-mm. This happens usually in March. We're going to show you in real life. But let's get down in some of this information in the O and see what the O say. You dig what I'm talking about? My homeboy say, yo, Cosma, bro, what you be saying makes so much sense that people really can't deny what you're saying. He was like, but the reason they can deny it is because you say it come out of a book. So he was like, so this is why I like when you don't show the book, but you teach it. And I had to salute my dog Juice man in the house, man. Hey, listen, my boy put his studio back up, Juice. So I still got it. I got everything for it. I'm telling you, it's crack. So we just getting together to record. You dig what I'm talking about? So he put his whole little thing up. So I had that sauce to you in a minute. Salute my dog Juice, man. But he was saying they can't really deny what you saying, bro. But he was like, our people not really rocking with the books because they know they being lied to. He was like, so this is why you dope. And he was like, this is why I like you, because you don't try to push the book on them. And I had to sit back and think of that. I was like, damn, you did what I'm talking about. It's better to just kind of sometimes to just know what you know and then just put it out there and show people how to prove it to themselves. Then you trying to just always bash niggas or some shit. But as somebody who, who been lied to, who I did just believe a nigga. You dig what I'm talking about? You dig what I'm saying? I did just believe somebody at one time. You dig what I'm talking about? I was just taught to blindly believe at some point. You dig what I'm saying? As somebody who went through that type of indoctrination already, I'm not going back. So this is why I like to show people. Sometimes, you dig what I'm talking about? On my show, I like to show why I'm saying what I'm saying, that I'm not just talking out my ass. Now never was. You dig what I'm talking about? But they don't know that. They don't know that. And then if I'm on somebody else's show, Owasby say this. Owasby say, is it wise for the ignorant man to argue with the wise man? It say, is it wise for the wise man to argue with the fool? He was like, because to the person on the outside who looking at both of y'all who don't know nothing, both of y'all look like fools because y'all arguing. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you dig what I'm saying. You got to even forgive yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Because me personally, I got a real short temper for, you dig what I'm talking about, willful ignorance. Like when you want to be stupid. Like, I don't even care. I'm showing you, like, look, read. I ain't reading that. What do you mean? You dig what I'm saying? So stuff like that, you gotta kind of be able to pull yourself in, pull yourself out, or drop the Johnny Appleseed, let it go. You dig what I'm talking about? You don't get no growth no way. You dig what I'm talking about? Jaja get a growth. So shit, if it's on fertile land, guess what it's gonna do? You dig what I'm talking about? If it ain't, guess what it's gonna do? This is common sense. This is logic. I'm not trying to take you nowhere off the planet yet. Huh? Gang know where we going. I don't know where y'all going. Gang know how to tell what day and what time of year the year it is. You dig what I'm talking about? We know that when we saying Happy New Year on January 1st, you dig what I'm talking about? That we not actually talking about the true beginning of the year. See, that's the difference in the understanding that's coming out today, man. This is what's being brought back by your ancestors. Huh? That light. Niggas ain't bringing back nothing dark, man. Grandma's not coming back from heaven to tell you nothing about the damn earth. Nothing. She gonna tell you about everything to better you, right? To live a better life, to get to where she at, to better you spiritually. Because she know that it's something after this physical flesh. She ain't gonna tell you nothing about the goddamn earth. Why would she? Only a dark, demonic, low, angelic spirits going in declension towards the earth would tell you something about it when they know something so much higher. This is the dope part about OYSP. It allows you to tell you which way and who is inspiring you by what they're saying. If you told me about the damn came back from a million years, I am Moses. I came to give you the 3-digit number 774. Yeah, Moses gonna come back to tell you the 4-digit. You dig what I'm talking about? Abraham gonna come up to you like 17, 30, bet it back, put it. That's what he coming back after millions of years to tell you. 45, 46. The nigga gonna tell you that? After millions of years, thousands of years in heaven. That nigga gonna come back and tell you 45, 47 and tell you the numbers? Huh? Huh? OYSP reveals that being in harmony, listen now, tell me when you hear something bad. Say, Cosmon, I don't like that, and put a timestamp on it, and shoot that mug in my inbox. Y'all know what it is. CosmonCalTV.com or at Gmail. Whatever. We gonna promote everything. Creator Gang, Creator GGTV 2. Sub, like, share over there too, man. We simulcasting at the same time. They wiped the channel, not because we did anything. And then the crazy part is the one guy you would think got the strikes didn't. I didn't get none of them, man. Ain't none even from me. That's crazy. But they striking for, like, not because we were saying anything wrong or doing anything wrong. People were trying to hit us for copyright and stuff like that. Boy, they wiped the whole channel out. This how you know you doing something good. That's par for the course. That's like a rapper starter kit. Like if you online right now, you dig what I'm talking about, and you had a pop chat, nigga, it's just for sure that they gonna wipe the very first one out, especially if you're doing something good. Every one of them. You dig what I'm talking about? Every one of them, man. Shout out to everybody out there telling any truth. I don't care what it is. If you telling even a little bit of it, I'm with you. You dig what I'm saying? But let's get into this. Owaspy reveals that being in harmony with the Creator's times and seasons, being in harmony with the Creator's times and seasons includes setting our calendar according to the actual cycles of His creation. Our year should coincide with the yearly cycle of the earth around the sun and the monthly cycle of the moon around the earth. Did y'all catch that? What was that? Something happened. I don't know what happened. Oh, Nazarene scene, man. I don't even know how this thing work, cuz. Salute to my dog, man, coming through supporting the channel. You dig what I'm talking about? I don't even, man, listen, man. I thank y'all, man. Jaja get an increase, man. I don't even, man, listen. We gonna get to cooking. Let's watch this. Say, our year. Do anybody got a problem with this? Raise your hand if you got a problem with this. That your year should, it just should. Do you believe this? That your year should coincide with the yearly cycle of the earth around the sun and the monthly cycle of the moon around the earth. And if not, why? Would that be smart to align yourself with nature? It seems like it would have benefits. Below are the verses as set forth in the 1882 edition of Owaspy regarding the faithish year. All good things come from faithis. I'm saying just a good thing that's so old. It's so old we forgot how old it was. You forgot you forgot. It's that old. You dig what I'm saying? I really truly believe in the statement, there's nothing new under the sun. You dig what I'm saying? Just blow this up just a little bit. Let's get into it, man. This is the book of inspiration. They say they scared of the books. You dig what I'm talking about? But it's some of us who want to know. It's some of us who you dig what I'm saying? It matters. It matters. When you dig what I'm saying? What they say has weight, right? Because he has built up a reputation or an organic way of moving and just telling truth. But the bonus of why he's telling the truth is that he's showing why he's saying what he's saying. Now, he's not telling you to believe it. He's telling you the opposite. Don't believe it. But he's saying go study it and then see if what he's saying, if applied to your life, just logically, a common sense ways. You dig what I'm talking about? You don't even have to do it, right? But if you think about applying these things, would it be a better outcome? Or is this even better to know? Is there a logical, real, natural way of actually proving and showing what it's saying? And would you like to align your life to that understanding, which would put you in more natural alignment with the creation and hence the creator itself? You don't even have to know that they or believe it's a creator. The creation is objective enough. It'll all come to you in time. There ain't never, think about this. There has never been a watch that didn't have a watchmaker. So guess what? There has never been a galaxy that didn't have a galaxy maker. Hold on, wait. Let me go. There ain't never been a God that didn't have a God maker. Let that sink in a second. Book of Inspiration, 34, 1 through 25. Now, these are Tay's revelation. This Tay is the kind of like, how do I explain this to you? Tay is like the basic understanding of all good men. All good men have asked the same goddamn question. Guess what? They all got the same answers. This is the crazy part. And the creator didn't slack on nothing. And now this is a new way of understanding this. And he was like, and then he told y'all niggas wasn't even gonna really even be able to get it for the most part till a certain time. At that certain time, levels of light are rising. Listen, man, this is once you understand what's really going on. But Tay is the questions and understanding and reasonings of all good men. Like all good men have asked, why creator allow babies to get killed in war? All good men have asked that. All good, when I say men, I mean women too. This is man's overall good expression of self. It's called, listen, shout out my big sis Susan B. Martinez. Shout out my big sis Pooch. She will cuss me out that I keep saying Tay, but it's actually tie. That's how you say it. It's ties. But I'm so used to saying Tay, and it looked like Tay to me. I'm gonna just keep saying Tay. But just understand that I know when and how to apply. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so these are Tay's revelation. All questions of all good men. This is revelations to them, right? These are Tay's revelations of the Creator's times and seasons, appointed to the chosen. Now, you've been hearing a lot about the chosen lately. Huh? The chosen of who? The Creator, right? Okay, well, how can you be the chosen if you haven't chosen the Creator? Let that sink in. Don't you gotta choose to be the chosen? Who you choosing? The world or your people? Who you choosing? The world or the Creator? Those who make the choice are the chosen. Where you at? This all on you. You got to judge you. Ain't no Jeebus coming out the sky to do nothing for you. Cosmon just help you look. I help you get the understanding. But you got to do this work. Now, but the dope part is I'm doing the work right beside you too. Fuck that. We all working, bro. Ain't nobody better than nobody. And we can't do this without each other. That's the part. Anybody who ever been in any part of this hip hop game will tell you no man is an island. You can't do it by yourself. The sooner you recognize that, create a gang. Soon as you recognize it, you the chosen because you didn't chose. Now, let's get back to this year, right? But remember, we already had this knowledge. Why you getting it? Because you one of these good men too. You one of these good women too. And to get back on time with nature, so-called. The Creator, nature. You don't gain nothing by saying nature. And if you're going to say it, okay, that's just the female part of the creator. Okay. That's the substantive animal part, the physical part, the female, the Gaia, the Om. If that's what you want to say, and you want to say nature is that, yeah, but then guess what? It's something else with it. It's a positive, a unseen, a thing that's powerful, that's making the scene move. That's called Iowa. In today in modern English, it's Jehovah. You're going to get back in touch with nature, the feminine aspect of the creator. You're going to get back in touch with science, the thinking theoretical part, or the spiritual. Huh? See, the spirit, both of them are all growing. They're doing the same thing at the same time. They're trying to explain why this physical thing is moving. Huh? They know it's an unseen cause, because guess what? If you slit the throat of that thing and it doesn't stop being what it is, but it's no longer alive. So the thing that made it resides opposite of the fleshly body that's still there. That's crazy. So science is always trying to explain that, and spirituality is always trying to explain that. Why? Because they are two sides of the same coin. They literally do the same thing. Let's get to it. Now look, this is stuff objective. Now I know, shout out to my flat earthers. I'm not about to push no religion on nobody. We just showing what can be proven. I can't prove no flat earth. But what science is showing is this. And this is stuff that you can just look at. Right? Cosmo, I'm not trying to convince you. Just is what it is. Not trying to convince you it's a sun. It just is what it is. The northern line of the sun shall be the end of the year. Listen, the northern line of the sun shall be the end of the year. And shall be called the last day of the old year, says the Creator. And the first day after that, the same day, when the sun starts on his southern course, right? This is all telling out objectively in the sky, y'all. Shall be the beginning of the year. That is the next day it starts. And it shall be called the New Year's Day. Old Year's Day and New Year's Day are the same day. All right? It's an overstanding. These are my times, says the Creator, of the end and the beginning of a year, which I created, and I made the earth and the sun as my written testimony of them. Let me read that again. That was heavy. These are my times of the end and the beginning of a year, which I created, and I made the earth and the sun as my written testimony of them. So we're not trying to get you to look outside and nothing but what you can objectively tell. And I blessed and sanctified the old year's day and the New Year's Day, and I appointed them to be holy days, so that men might remember the order and that men might remember the order and the system of my works. And I said to man, from one New Year's Day until the succeeding one shall be called what? 1 year. For it is one completed oscillation of the earth. Oh, let me hold on, because it's one completed oscillation of the earth and her revolution in the orbit where I placed her. So every year we go once around the sun, around the ecliptic. It's called oscillation. Oscillation because it goes up, down, or left, right, depending on where you're looking at it. If you're looking at it from the top two-dimensionally, it's going left, right, left, right. But if I'm on the side over here, looking at that left and right, it's going up, down, up, down. These are called light and sine waves, or what they like to call in all nature electricity and magnetivity. They're happening at the same time. And once you produce them at the same time, it produces light on a photon. I'm not making none of this up. It just is what it is. Check it out, though. And of a revolution in the orbit where I placed her. Therefore, what you have completed within a year shall be remembered by you, so that you may judge yourself in those matters. Not God, not no holy book, not some ascended master, so that you may judge your whole little last past year. Right? And forgive yourself and forgive others in them. Step into a new time. Huh? And the old year's day, you shall render up full forgiveness in all things against all people. What is the old day for? We're going to figure out when this day is too. I ain't telling you on purpose, but if you ain't figured it out yet, right? If this is not the beginning of the actual year, then where are we? What time are we in when we're in the coldest part? Wouldn't that be called the winter solstice? So guess what? We just went into the winter solstice around the 21st of December, right? You count about, what is it? 84 days later, you're entering into a new spring, what? Equinox. The moon count 24, 28 days apiece. 3 months later, 3 times 28 is 84. Halfway through it is February 14th. Start to add up on these quote unquote holy days, don't it? So that means the new year starts in March. So right now, we would be in December. You dig on the, we just got out of December, the beginning of January. We're still in the 10th month. Right? Yeah. The 10th month started on the 21st. Huh? using that moon cycle, following your Sabbaths. This is why he taught the Israelites the Sabbath. This is why he taught the Algonquins the Sabbaths. This is why he taught the Iroquois. This is why he taught the Sioux. This is why he taught the Olmec. This is why he taught the Mayan. This is why he taught the Chanka. So you wouldn't forget. But what is we using the old year day for? Or what they call New Year's Eve, Old Year's Day. See how they reworked it, repackaged it? Therefore, what you have completed within a year shall be remembered by you, so that you, not nobody else, not no Jeebus, not Moses, not Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat and Jeebus ain't coming to judge you. You may judge yourself in those matters, man. Yeah, I did do some hoe ass shit, man. Man, New Year, man. I'm start all over. You know what they call these today? Resolutions. Man, I was on some hoe ass shit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna work out more. I ain't work out none last year. And on the old year, on New Year's Day, Old Year's Day, New Year's Eve, Old Year's Day, you shall render up full forgiveness in all things. So you gotta forgive the people who did some bullshit against you, and forgive you for getting into the bullshit too. But excuse my French. Mm-hmm. You got to forgive yourself sometimes. So might as well just duck off a water back, a small thing to a giant. You dig what I'm talking about? Brush that off, brush your shoulder off, and forgive all of it. Huh? Creator say, what he say? I'm not saying this. On the old year's day, on New Year's Eve, you shall render up full forgiveness in all things. Okay? Against all people. Are you part of all people? Is all you gotta do. Hit me with it. If you part of all the people, if you one of the people that's part of all the people, hit me with a one in the chat. Who up in this thing, man? I ain't even been able to. I can't look at the thing while I'm looking at the thing. Snoopy Fritz, what's going on, man? What's going on? Wow. Who up in here? Yafa up in here. What up, though? What up, though? My Ema been better than y'all, Ema. So she up in here. You did what I'm talking about. Shout out to everybody, man. Love light balance out there. I have my sister Tabitha up in here. What up, though? Yeah, hey, look, I already know they messing with the notifications. Listen, if you are a person that is part of all people, if you understand that, hit me with a one in the chat. Do all mean all? Is there anything outside of all? If you part of all people, right? Letting you know that this is really a reality. You dig what I'm talking about? But it shows the interconnectivity to if not even just all things on the planet, just all people. We only one thing. You dig what I'm talking about? So, but let's get to some of this, man. because I think I'm gonna make a part 2 to this. But let's cook some more on this oat real quick. And with the setting of the sun on that day, you shall be purged of all animosity and claims against every man and woman and child in the entire world. And you shall acknowledge this in words, songs, prayers, and in tokens of no intrinsic value to whomever you have offended during the past year. Stop when you hear something evil, okay? Tay said, you said, for which reason the old year's day shall be named the most holy Sabbath day. And did y'all know it fell on the Sabbath? Y'all better pay attention. All these days fall on Sabbaths. It's not a mistake. Behold, it is in accord with his heavenly kingdoms, and it shall be with you a day of spiritual communion and of praise to Creator and his creations, with music, oratory, and ceremonies. This is what the New Year is for. You're supposed to be up dancing, having a good time, giving praise to the Creator. This is what this is about. Letting go of that old hate. You dig what I'm talking about? Dropping off with a new year because spring is springing at the same time. Huh? You dig what I'm talking about? And processions for your youth, orderly and well disciplined. And in the New Year's Day, right, which would have been today, the daytime, because remember, it started at night last night. Because remember, it's a Sabbath, right? So remember, the light comes from the dawn. This is why the moon is used. All right. And you shall rejoice and sing and dance, mingling together, old and young, even as the old year and the new year are joined together, side by side. Told you. It's the same day and night. Just starts in the night. Like all growth. The seventh day of the new year shall be your next Sabbath. So if it was the 21st, now it's the 28th of December, right? And then you count the day, 7 more days in between then, and that'll be your next Sabbath. Which, you see what I'm saying? Okay, now watch this. The seventh day of the new year shall be your next Sabbath day. Right? And it shall be a day of rest and of spiritual communion and praise to the Creator and his creations with singing oratory, so also shall every seventh day be a Sabbath day, for which reason 7 days shall be 1 week. Being 6 days for labor and 1 for rest and worship. This is how it got the title week. For this has been proven throughout the world to be good for man. Now, the northern line of the sun is the latitude Tropic of Cancer. That's the northern line of the sun. It is the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. It's in the northern hemisphere. You dig what I'm talking about? This is going to show the ball spherical toroidal shape. I know y'all don't like ball, so I use toroid. Don't matter to me. You can't get around the shape. The summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. This verse is from the 1882 OWASP. The 1891 editor thought this should instead be referring to the winter, right? But he was wrong. And this is why it got corrected. Right? Hold on. Let me go back up here. 1890. And he tried incorporating into the 1891 edition, which got corrected. right, of the OWASP. Changes to that effect. Also see 5:12. This I think this is the Book of the Lords 5 and 12, where the first year was established by the first god of earth, Sethantes. Oh, that's right. It's the Book of Sethantes. These then shall be the moon's days, months. And the first new moon, listen, this is how you tell when the moon starts. This is how you start finding your Sabbath days, getting your weekly count. And this is when you start the month. You start the month with the new moon. The new moon is when it's all blacked out. Now, can them once you laying it against the solar calendar, you'll see that mug will stay almost looking like it's black like 2-3 days sometimes. And sometimes it'll stay in a crescent like 2-3 days sometimes. So, but that's just watching it with observation. But you can regularly just go out and just understand this by understanding the 4 quarters of the moon, the full, new, waxing and waning gibbous. You can always tell when the Sabbath is. You don't even have to know what date it is or use a calendar, period. Because the Sabbath changes during the year. It's almost on every day at some point or another. Yeah. So the first new moon's day, listen, the new how's gonna be a new moon in the day, right? So we're starting at night. It's gotta be starting at night. We're using the moon to count. So the new moon, that day when you can't see it, right? That next morning is the new moon day. Y'all follow me? And then around for 12 hour period, then the new moon night is the first night. You dig what I'm talking about? That so you start counting the next full night. But the first new moon's day after New Year's Day shall be the beginning of the first month. It happens, listen, it never fails. It's on the solstices and the equinoxes. It just is. You dig what I'm talking about? He just made this thing work like this, y'all. I ain't make it up. How you listen? How it work? Listen, I can already tell every Sabbath day, right, all the way down, irregardless of the month, and everywhere in the world is gonna fall on the same at the same time. Now the days may be called different things, the months may be different, but the Sabbath, the moon ain't different. Everywhere around the world is the same. And the crazy part is you got to always remember, while it's not in the sky on our side, for the most part, it's in the sky on the other side. Shit. You dig what I'm talking about? So light and dark is happening at the same time. This is crazy. So, but this is getting back into this understanding, right? This is how you tell time. This is how you tell your year, right? The first new moon's day after the New Year's Day shall be the beginning of the first month. So you start with the new moon. And the completion of the 4th quarter of the moon shall be the completion of the first month. So starting with the new moon, you're gonna get a waning gibbous. Then you're gonna get a full moon. Then you're gonna get a waxing gibbous. That's 4 moons. That's called a month. And it shall be named the first month. The next 4 quarters of the moon shall be called the second month. Right? And the next completed 4 quarters of the moon shall be the third month, and so on to the completion of the year. Such then shall be the months in any and every year, for these are the moon's times as the Creator created them. Neither shall it matter whether the months overlap a New Year's day, as they are created and moved by the Almighty, even so shall man compute and register them. For example, a New Year's Day may come upon the 20th day of the 12th moon, or on another moon's day. Still, as they fall, so shall they be numbered in truth. As the moon's time differ to different continents, so shall the months of times of the inhabitants of the different continents be locally to them. But in the intercourse between the different nations on different, how is this even possible? Listen, how could you, first of all, how do you know this? The only person who could tell this information, you had to be there. And if it didn't work like this, and listen, science is even backing this up. This is just irrefutable. But it's how they putting it on you. But even more importantly, how you looking at yourself in the system. Once you change your reality, guess what? Reality changes. But this should be impossible. This is definitely impossible on a flat earth. But in the intercourse between different nations on different continents, the months shall not be enumerated. But in such cases, the year and the days of the year shall be named, and they fall right onto the same time, irregardless to whatever language, whatever place, whatever continent you're on. This time of the year marks when the Creator integrates all together into one whole heaven and earth and sets the foundation for the coming year. All right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop right there. And let me see. We're going to get into something there. You dig what I'm talking about. And I ain't going to beat them down too much longer, man. You dig what I'm saying? But we're going to get into some more of this tomorrow, breaking down the year count. You dig what I'm saying? I think this is necessary for our people. Real talk.
With the same active ingredient as Ozempic and Wegovy for one payment upfront.
In this history. You dig what I'm talking about?
Create a gang is crazy. Boy, y'all better pay attention.
We fight as a single, impenetrable unit. That is the source of our strength.
Shoo! Anetrak am set.
Anetrak unbet het.
Shoo! Anetrak am set.
Chrak ast.
Nuke ast. Shoo!
Nuke am set. Chrak ast.
Anetrak am set.
Nuke ast.
Shoo!
Anetrak unbet het.
Shoo!
Nuke shoo.
Creator gang coming, creator gang coming. Turning up the light and watch some boys start running. Let me tell you something, we ain't out here doing nothing. I can tell you scared, boy, niggas stop fronting. It was all in the plan, comprehension, understand. Breaking boys off like creator did the band. Cooler than the band, who you fooling, man? We be tearing shit up like we're taping and some bands. Conscious community, yeah, we in demand. They hunger for the truth, debate or the booth. Sourcing up with the proof, AU on the tooth. Catch me in the candy painted octagon coupe. Step in my boots while I'm knocking mines loose. You be the cobra, I be the mongoose. Plant base in my suit, meditate on my fruit. Red Star training, who let the gods loose?
Oh, hey, I'm just jamming here with the SBL.
Yo, I'm about to I gotta go redo that, man, because I think the overall track on this thing is a little bit too low. You dig what I'm saying? I think it's too low because when you play the original, it's slapping. You dig what I'm talking about? It's loud. I think it's low. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that up and whoop, 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 put some whoop wops on that and put that thing right back out. You dig what I'm talking about? But this was my very first video. AI, but it was dope. You dig what I'm talking about? I just need to turn the vocals up on it. I'm gonna go back in there and whip wop that up real quick. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna whip wop that up real quick. See what we got going on here real quick.
Cause I'm gonna keep it G real. I don't fuck with you cause you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood by telling me take off my flag, asking how gangster I was, nigga. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz. I told you I ain't got time for that, but nigga, today I got time, cuz.
On Ryan podcast.
Today I got time. Oh man, hey look, man. Create a gang out of here, man. You dig what I'm saying? I think I would just take us out with a vibe real quick. I gotta get this all my whoopty wops. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take us out with some fire real quick. You dig what I'm talking about? I like this joint right here. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I got it. I know I got it somewhere. Let me see.
As I walk on this path of light, guided by the wasp inside. Every word, every line, every page I read, transforming my soul, planting a seed. Embracing the wisdom of the ancient text, in every chapter feeling blessed. The truth it unveils, the secrets it holds, connecting me to the universe's moves. Living in harmony, in peace and love, enlightened shining from above. Oh, I spit